Hey y'all, it's Laura here, and I'm sitting in the floor here in my craft room. Don't mind the mess, it is a disaster in here. That is going to be another video to come. I have got to get in here and just declutter and organize this whole space. But anyway, on to what we're gonna do. I've got a DIY for you from the Dollar Tree. I've been at the Dollar Tree, I know, big shocker there. I'm always at the Dollar Tree. But this one, I come up with this idea to make like a double wreath. And so I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. I want to put some like spring decor into our dining room. I'm getting ready to change everything over for spring. And I've got a winter wreath hanging up there now. And I thought, let's try something a little different and see how it goes. So it's like under $10. So all you need is 2 of these green foam wreaths kind of starters. They had these at our Dollar Tree over by the artificial flowers, kind of where the gardening stuff was. And so 2 of those, and then the flowers is just kind of your own personal preference. I went with, like, the room I'm going to put this in is kind of a green. So, the carpet is so bad in here. There's paint all over the floor. Anyway, we've got some purples, some pinks. I got a little green to kind of tie in the green color. Then I just kind of wanted to have some white. So I got a bunch of the silk flowers, and we're going to take them all apart. So you don't need to get very many. And so each, bundle is just $1. Okay, I stopped the camera there for a second to count how many I had. Plus, I have a hair in my mouth. Okay, sorry. Anyway, there are 6 of these, and so $6 on that, 7, 8. Then you want to go to the crafting section and pick out some ribbon. I just went with this sort of light kind of pink color. It's got like it's kind of hard to see, right? It's got a silver strip in the middle. And so you want a spool of ribbon. And then this is also in the ribbon section. It's like a pretty rhinestone type ribbon. I thought that I grabbed the silver. I did not, obviously. I grabbed the gold one. But, I think it'll work. I kind of preferred to have the silver one, but I think this will be just fine. So you want to grab one of those. There was silver, pink, and gold. And I almost went for the pink, but then I thought, well, I've got so much color in the flowers, maybe I should just stick to silver. But then I ended up with gold anyway, so, but it'll be okay. So then you'll want to get a hot glue gun and some wire cutters. And that's the things that we're going to need. So without further ado, let's get started on it. Real quick, I just had to show you, this is totally not related to the DIY, but isn't this truck so cute? They had these in the spring decor section, so I snagged one of those, so I thought I just have to get that. It's so cute. All right, so let's get started here. So what we're going to do, first of all, is take your rhinestone ribbon, I guess I'll just call it rhinestone ribbon, and we're going to hot glue it around the whole outer edge of the ring. So that way, when it's hanging on the wall and you see the side of it, you see the pretty ribbon instead of the green foam. And sometimes, or I had actually thought about maybe covering the ring with a ribbon or something. I tried doing a couple different things, but it just seemed to not look right. So I thought that this might work out best. And so you just want to kind of shift it more toward one side than the other, because the front side you'll fill with flowers, and then it'll the rest will be kind of touching the wall, and so you'll just kind of see the gold rhinestone or silver, whichever one you pick, going around the outside edge. I started gluing just little dots, but then I realized it was kind of working better if I did kind of like a zigzag line all the way down. And of course, just be careful when you press down. The glue can kind of come through those little holes, and it's not very pleasant on your finger. I don't know how many hot glue gun burns I have or have had. Probably way too many to count. but if you just continue all the way around until it meets on the other side, and then you'll just trim it with scissors and kind of meet the two ends together.
Denim jeans, broken dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Meet under the street light at the so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Meet under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden.
And then just do the same thing to the second one. So I didn't realize that my camera storage had ran out, and it missed the part of me taking the tops of the flowers off of the stems. I just pull them off the top. They come off real easy off the stems, and I just kind of made a pile of flowers next to me there to kind of sort through what I wanted. And then just start arranging them how you'd like them to be. Again, it's your personal preference. And I just start hot gluing them on, or the ring. And some of the flowers had like a pokey stem, like a bigger stem underneath on the bottom. So with those, I just kind of took the end of the scissors and like poked a hole into the foam, the green foam, and then kind of filled it with glue and then poked that stem of the flower down into the hole. But some of the other ones didn't have that on the bottom. They were easier to just kind of glue on. But there again, just be careful with the hot glue, of course. Trying to push some of those on. I did get a burn or two, a little bit. Some of the ones that are bunches, I would take the wire cutters and snip them apart so I had some little tiny ones to kind of fill in empty gaps and things. But you can also, of course, leave them as a bunch and glue the whole thing on as well.
Denim jeans, broken dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Meet under the street light at the so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Meet under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden. million dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Meet under the street like I am, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Meet under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. Golden.
So once I finished putting the flowers around the second ring, I just kind of scooted everything out of the way and lined the two rings up the way I would want them to hang on the wall. And then got some of my ribbon that I bought, the pink with the silver, and then I started measuring out kind of how far apart I wanted them to hang and cut some ribbon. Then I tied the two rings together and just kind of hid the ribbon in between the flowers, and so then you just saw like a small bit of ribbon hanging in the middle of the two rings. Sorry, I was kind of blocking the camera angle here, just trying to get that tied on, make a little knot, and then I took scissors and snipped off the little edges that were left after I tied it. Once I got it tied, I kind of picked it up and saw if that was, the right amount of space I wanted between the two of them. I kind of looked at the spot that I was going to hang them and just see how much wall space I wanted to fill and just try to get the right amount from top to bottom or in the middle of the rings to kind of cover the amount of wall space that I wanted to fill up. We've had a few warm days here in the Midwest and I'm getting super excited for spring. It's getting me in the mood. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have started some spring decorating or spring cleaning yet. My next project and video is going to hopefully be cleaning out and decluttering our laundry room. It is a complete mess and I just can't wait to get it organized and like in better shape and functionality, I guess, for us. Then it was time to cut the top part. So you just kind of measure about how long you want it to hang down and kind of do the same thing on the top ring. And just, I did a little bit longer than I did in the middle because I wanted it to kind of hang down a little bit longer. And then just kind of make a knot on the top. And this is where I want it to be. This is where my winter stuff is up right now in our dining room. So I'm going to replace that winter wreath that I made with this spring one. So here it is up on the wall. I've got the ribbon at the top. I'm going to tie a little bow up there. I had to get on a chair to get the bow tied here in just a minute. Okay, I got up on a chair and I tied a little bow with ribbon over the nail to kind of cover it and make it look better. But I'm super excited the way it turned out. I think once I get the other spring decor put up on the mantle next to it, it's all going to tie in nicely. So that is it for this video, this DIY. Stay tuned though, I'm going to finish the mantle. And oh, here's a side view of it so you can kind of see where the rhinestones are shining on the sides. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video. I got a lot more spring decor and a big laundry room clean out. Take care.